All right. This is the CEO and founder of Real Music Records, also known as our artist, Critical.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Note Pod. I want to thank you, you know what I'm saying, for your time and allowing me to interview you. To start this all the way off, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are and where you from, a little bit about your childhood and your education.
Okay. Well, my real name is Charles Paris Roberson, and people know me as, my childhood, name is, Junior. I think that's like common, in the household names, you know what I'm saying, like a nickname for everybody. And I grew up, in a six kid, child home. My mom, she worked her ass off. So and my dad, he came around and he did what he had to do as a dad, and I appreciate what he did. So he bust his ass as real. So.
All right. Shout out to mom and dad. And you saying Junior, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you say that's your household. What about once you went outside, man? Do you have any other nicknames?
Oh yeah. CJ, most people who know me, what I'm saying, personally, know me as CJ.
All right.
And the rest is, it's kind of history, and from my neighborhood, what I'm saying, like, where we come from, the north side of Battle Creek, it's good. It was good for the most part.
Okay, for the most part, huh? All right. So Real Music Records, right?
Yeah.
This is not spelled the traditional way. It is spelled REALMUSIK. Can you kind of give me the story on why there's a K instead of the C?
Basically, what I'm saying, the K, is symbolized, we're going to, kill everything that we do, what I'm saying, that we're going to, tackle it, as hard as we trying to, hunt for it, what I'm saying, kill for it,
Yes, sir.
That's basically what it symbolized, and then, yeah, what I'm saying, Real Music Records is here to stay.
All right. Okay, CJ, the name of CJ, you say that's the neighborhood. So, what about your friends? Who was the, how can I say, the foundation of your best friend organization that started this movement towards the Real Music brand?
Yeah, I got a lot of friends. I can say I'm gonna start off by saying T Cannon. What I'm saying, my first friend that came about, and then Fella, he came around, and then everybody else that came, right after that, I could say that, they was, the first foundation of, me starting Real Music Records as a whole. And, but a little bit of tackle back on that is the, where it's really started from is, P&U it was a, a group that we had, what I'm saying. And once everything kind of fell off from there, I started Real Music Records as a a new beginning and a new upbringing, and yeah, man, we did, we did good, you know what I'm saying, for the first, couple years, you know what I'm saying, trying to get things started. But now I think we doing better as a company. So yeah, I think that's where it kind of, the childhood part started.
Okay.
From there.
Okay. All right. So, what about your adulthood? As far as, is your group still together, or have a lot of people branched off? As we as we get older,
Exactly.
that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Life. But is any of those that started out, well, I only heard a couple of names, but are those two artists on your label?
Yeah. I know T Cannon, he's on my label. Fella, we he got his own thing he's going he doing and stuff like that, being a father and stuff like that. So I think he's more focused on that right now. More likely in the future that he would come along and do what he got to do for real music. That's real. Okay. So yeah, so they still part of real music.
That's what's up.
Every part of it. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. Since you've basically said that you are musically driven, what drove you to music? Like what, for example, like what's your favorite song you did, or what's the greatest song of all time? Matter of fact, why don't you give me both of those? Okay. I mean, just in your opinion, what's your favorite song that you've done, and your opinion on what's the greatest song of all time?
My favorite song that I did so far, I got two of them actually. Feel,
Okay.
And then it's an unreleased track that I got called Anything, that should be coming out, sometime next year, hopefully. What I'm saying, once I get everything, the music video set, stuff like that. So that's just a spoiler for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The music video for that gonna be amazing.
All right.
And then my favorite song all time is Tupac, "A Bitch Is After Rider." You know what I'm saying? I mean that song, who don't like that song? When you play it, it's like it just symbolizes Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So yeah, that's my favorite song of all time. If I wanted to bang it constantly and nonstop, then that would be the one.
Okay. So that's basically what drove you to music, is that you heard Tupac, and the rest is history, huh?
Yeah, I mean, actually, like the first song I heard Tupac was "Holla If You Hear Me." You know what I'm saying? So it was like after that, all his other music after that fell through. Right. But then I'm like, that song though, "At Bitches as a Writer," just amazing.
Right.
Amazing, producing and everything. So I really love that song. So that's my favorite song, if you want to put that in perspective.
All right. That's cool. Because Tupac, he drove a lot of us to, wanting to do some type of form of something in music. You know what I mean? Yeah. His aggression, his storytelling, just any and everything about him, actually. You know what I mean? It was just, real gravitating, what he was able to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay. Since you had the chance to, enjoy Tupac, in his greatness, before you got the chance to say to yourself, okay, music is where it's at, and it's a and all be all, right?
Exactly.
you know, we all had other aspirations, or we all had other dreams. You know, we all said something else when we jumped up and the teacher asked, you know, what you want to be when you grow up. So could you tell me something like that? You know what I mean? If you don't mind, let me know. Like what's something that you would rather be doing other than music?
Yeah, man. I always wanted to be a firefighter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They, you know, like I said, they take their time with their life. You know what I'm saying? They make sure they try to save other people's lives, and you know, that's you know what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I think their job is really hard, and I appreciate you know firefighters anyway, because you know what I'm saying, they fight some of the most craziest you know scenes and stuff like that, and fires and stuff like that. So you know, and they risk they you know what I'm saying, they risk their life every day. You know, they put their life on the line, and I think you know that would be something that I would want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I was not a you know so much into music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So like what brought that on? You know what I mean? Like what was it that you were, you know, drawn to that? Like was it a personal experience, or did you just, you know, I didn't have an actual personal experience, but I did as a kid go to a firehouse at one point, you know what I mean? And it definitely excited me, you know what I mean? Exactly. Especially back in those times, man, you know, a little rock drawing something on the concrete was good for us, you know, but what was that what sparked that? Like, was it just that, or did you have a actual experience with a fire and firefighters actually saved you or saved someone you love or something like that?
I mean, not in that, not like that, but it was something like that, something surrounding that. You know, me, you know, going to the firehouse, you know, actually seeing how they, you know, how they operate. You know what I'm saying? See how fast they move. You know what I'm saying?
That was exciting.
You know, they got to put on those heavy, you know, equipments and hurry up and try to get on the truck and make sure they got water, you know, around, and you know what I'm saying, you know, see what type of areas where they can find you know, the hydrant and all this type of stuff, so they can put the, you know, the fire out. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just amazing me, you know what I'm saying, as a kid at that time. But I think it was, you know, movies, you know what I'm saying, TV shows that I seen, you know what I'm saying, that made me like, okay, yeah, I could probably tackle that one day, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I thought about it like right after somebody got burnt up in a movie or something. I was like, wow, you know, I don't probably want to do that no more. But yeah, it was exactly, it was like, I just, you know, it was just certain like stuff like that happened like that, like I seen. I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
You know, so. But I'm glad I changed my career choice.
You know, everybody want to be a policeman, you know what I'm saying, till the shots get to ringing out, you know what I mean? And then you realize that my man's got to go over there and clean that up or fix that, you know what I mean? You know, just like the Army, you know, it's all good and gravy and that money sound good till you get over there and somebody blow up something, you know, you be looking like, what? Yeah. Okay. I really do like that, man. I like the fact that you wanted to be a firefighter, man. That's cool. You know, especially after you going into music. You know, them two usually don't coexist together. Exactly. Okay. You say you from Battle Creek?
Yes, Battle Creek, Michigan. Exactly.
Okay. Well, let's touch on a little bit of that, if you don't mind. I want to know some type of music influencers, either from Battle Creek or, you know, that actually you were able to meet or something like that, or anything, man. A beat maker, a producer, uh, anything inside of a musical influencer thing that has something that has the base and origin of Battle Creek.
Oh yeah, Mr. Bobby Holly, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Someone that that I look at and be like, yeah, he successful, in his own right. You know what I'm saying? And he's real respected, and that's someone that I would see as an influence for sure. As part of Battle Creek and the city as as a music hold.
I like the fact that you said that you would rather be a firefighter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Usually people that want to be inside of music don't usually say anything within public service as a different avenue of a job or a career.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And you say that you're from Battle Creek.
Yeah.
Is there any music influencers from Battle Creek of yours that you would like to highlight in this interview?
Oh yeah, Mr. Bobby Holly, Chopped, SBE, you know what I'm saying? Just some of the people that just help the city as a whole, you know what I'm saying? We got many talents and stuff here. We just ain't known as Silvio City. You know what I'm saying? We known as much more than that. And we got much more talent than that. So I think influence like that, like Mr. Bobby Holly. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing for the community. Being an activist and stuff and other stuff like that. Chops bringing more eyes to the city. With Boosie. SBE actually, getting signed by Boosie, or even, or I don't know how they deal is with, with Boosie, but I'm just saying, like, they got, they making more eyes for us, you know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing you can do for the city. It's trying to get more eyes and more, people to get, noticed. Mm-hmm. So I think we got a lot of talent here, and yeah, they the most, influenced people that I know.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody else that has been a influence to you other than the local acts?
Yeah. I mean, just like everybody gonna bring up, Tupac, Biggie, them type of names. They gonna bring them, those type of names up all the time. Mm-hmm. But like people that I look at as a music influence is like like Ludacris and Jermaine Dupri, you know what I'm saying? Like people that really have a step of their music and stuff like that, and people won't disagree and be like, yeah, that guy, he's not an influence. Yeah, that guy is an influence. Like what he, what they done and for the music, just in general. Mm-hmm. I think it's they can be looked at as influence as well. So I look at them as my music influence.
Okay, that's awesome, man. So I like that Ludacris answer. What song was it that got you on to Ludacris?
I think it was Act a Fool for sure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got more songs, that I like before then, but that song in particular, you know what I'm saying? I just was like, yeah, I really digging this song. Like this is the song that I mess with the most, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like Act a Fool, and like I said, you just came home from doing the bed, tell you what you gonna do, Act a Fool.
Hey, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So. Exactly. So it's relatable to certain things, you know what I'm saying? You coming home, you know what I'm saying, having your shit stolen and shit, and you know what I'm saying, what you gonna do? Act a fool. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
It's relatable. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like I'm not just the only one that can, you know what I'm saying, relate to that song as real.
Okay, that's awesome. I like that, man. You know, cause Luda he did you know, touch a lot of people, you know, in his run, man, and I'm one of them. You know, he definitely made a mark with that. What's Your Fantasy for me?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
For sure.
Like the very first one that really got the booming. So, yeah, I share that same, you know, feel towards him. Okay, so let's dive in a little bit more for the audience. How about you tell me a little bit about what's your overall goals in life and what's motivating you at this present moment?
Like I said before, you know, music is a passion for me. You know what I'm saying? And my, you know, my overall goal in life, you know what I'm saying, is to, you know, live as long as I can, so I can, you know, so I can see everything that I ever done, you know what I'm saying, leading up to my, you know, death, you know, what's going to, you know, come in the future, long, you know, hopefully it'll be a long time for now. But yeah, I just want to live as long as I can, you know, so I can see everything, so I can see what I need to see, what God want me to see. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that answer, man. I like that answer. You know, even though I like that answer, can you give me let me hear some type of motivational quote that when you're feeling down or something like that, or you know, you don't feel like that you can get over the hump at that moment, that you reach towards, or maybe it's something that your dad said or something that your mom said.
No.
That you reach towards to keep you motivated.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't think it's a you know, a quote that I use. I think it's the way I move in life. Like I said, just take your life seriously, and you know, because I just want to see how long I can live, you know what I'm saying, and want to be here for a long time. So yeah, so I just move where I want to be, you know, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, and I want to be here, I want to be present. So yeah, just try to live as long as you can.
What about having a song or a song of yours that you go to, or that you expressed it this type of feeling?
Yeah, I got a song. My first song that I put out was Life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, you can never live this, you know, life two times. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta live it one time. You know what I'm saying? So when I go and I, you know, feeling like, you know, the words against me, and you know, and everybody else that's, you know, that's trying to, you know, make me feel bad about myself and make me feel down. Yeah, I think Life is the song that I would go to of mine.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What about someone else's song?
You know, it's a lot of music that a lot of artists that I go to, like Tupac, Biggie, you know, Ice Cube. You know, when I'm feeling mad, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Which one of those is it?
Oh, shit.
The Ice Cube. The Ice Cube.
Man, fuck the police. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, you know, even though that's NWA, but yeah, when I'm mad at the, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like when I'm mad at the police or something, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the police, you know what I'm saying? You know, so you get one, you know what I'm saying? You get that feeling, you know what I'm saying? So it's, like I said, like every moment in your life, you know what I'm saying? You gonna feel different, you know what I'm saying? You gonna feel mad, You're gonna feel sad. You're gonna feel happy. You know, you gonna want songs that want you to cry. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you just, you know, it's just it's basically how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's if I'm just feeling some type of way about something, it really doesn't matter. You know, like it could be a rock and roll song. I might just be, you know what I'm saying? I might just have to go to, you know, what song is that? The Code of Personality. You know what I'm saying? I might have to, you know what I'm saying, go to something like that just so I can get my mind right again. That's it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah. So it's a lot of, you know, music that, you know, can get me, you know, got me through shit, you know, in life.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's good to hear, man. So I have listened to a couple songs that you have produced. I've listened to a couple songs that you've made for yourself. Well, also made a beat for. You know, that actually is 3 different songs. From a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rank your skill?
My skill as an artist, you know, I think it's a 4. You know, I think I got a lot of room to improve. You know, as an artist. But my, you know, producing, you know, skills, I think is at a, you know, all time, you know, 10. You know, some people, you know, they would say it's a 10. Some people would say it's a 8. You know what I'm saying? They might not like that beat, but they like how the way I did it. You know what I'm saying? So, it gets like that. You know what I'm saying? It's basically more of me trying to become a complete artist than anything. So, you know, my producing skills is up here, and my rap skills is right here. So I'm trying to get my rap skills to be as equally as my producing skills is. So I could become like the next, you know, Kanye West without the crazy.
I understand that. If I don't understand nothing else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Definitely without the crazy. You know, so as far as your beat making is concerned, where would you say that you mimic your style from as far as your beat making and producing skills is? And then tell me just about like what type of style you have and what it would remind you of.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I got you know, I think I mentioned his name earlier, Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre, of course, you know, Dr. Dre, and DJ Mustard, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's, you know, new school, but he still got that old school way of doing things. So I like how the way he produced. And Kanye West, you know what I'm saying? Amazing producer, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, that I take all my influence from them and try to make it my own, trying to take a little piece of what they did, use some drums here, use some xylophones here, use some, guitar here, you know, piano here, you know, just trying to use a lot of different, genres of basically instruments and music and stuff like that. Trying to use everything, like from rock and roll, trying to mix that in with the hip hop, you know. Did do something like, you know, Aerosmith and Run DMC did, you know, stuff like that, you know.
What's the most difficult challenge that you've had to face in life, and how did you overcome it?
It's a it's a lot. Number one, just being myself. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing. I think everybody gotta start with themselves first. You know what I'm saying? That's the most challenging part. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you okay. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes, sir.
and then the second, what I'm saying, just me, doing what I'm doing now. That's being a CEO, trying to learn people's moods and how they move and stuff like that. And yeah, it's challenging. It gets difficult at times. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep everything together, trying to glue it together and stuff like that. So I think it's more of that, trying to, put things together. But how I overcame that was to think about tomorrow. I think about what I gotta do tomorrow, what I gotta do for the next day, you know, and that would got me through, the bumps in the road and the speed bumps that came about, everything that happened, so far, from where I started from with this company into now. So I think that's right there is, the challenging part, trying to figure out how to move and who to trust, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. All right. You know what I mean? What does it look like for an up and coming person that's trying to be inside of real music's shoes, which is just to start off, man, and at least get a couple of people to sign with you?
Exactly.
Could you speak to that person and give them some kind words or some type of influence right now?
Yeah. I think that like if you if you starting off, doing music or just any type of entertainment or sports or anything like that, just like I said, just keep your mind focused, on the goal that you're trying to reach, and the people that come along, that the people that's gonna open them doors for you, them opportunities and stuff like that. I think that you once you see those opportunities, you know what I'm saying, I think you should go after them opportunities, and I think you should you know you know think before you do it, but go tackle that. If it's something that you feel like is the right place, it's the right time. I think that can be a, a a way to go if you starting off. And if as far as I know for Real Music Records, I know that if you starting off with us, it's just to progress. It's just to make get yourself better, get yourself prepared for the next level of things, because it's gonna be a higher level of expectations every time you progress.
Yes.
So I think that if you keep moving, keep your focus on there, believe believe in your gut, what I'm saying, your gut feeling or whatever, and then I think that's the mindset you should go for it. I think you should go for that.
Yes, keep going, young soldier, keep going. We see you.
For sure.
We see you. All right. As we progress on with different interviews, this is one of my personal favorite questions. You know what I mean? Because I just don't think that you can experience one without experiencing the other one, which is kind sir, if you don't mind answering, what would you rather be, rich or famous?
I'd rather be I'd rather be rich. It's like I said, it's a thin line between being rich and famous, because like I said, some people they can be famous and some people can be rich. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they can be both. You know what I'm saying? They could just, know how to move. You know what I'm saying? They could be both, but it's a thin line between being rich and famous, because you know what I'm saying, you can be too famous and can't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Can't go, go to the grocery store. You can't,
The Michael Jackson effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't even, think about, even picking your nose on the road if you wanted to, because somebody's gonna see you and they gonna like, oh, I know who that is.
Oh yeah.
But then, like I said, you being rich, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the con of that is just being, being too rich. You know what I'm saying?
Being a loner.
Exactly, yeah. Like you being too rich and, don't know what to do with your money. You know what I'm saying? You mismanaging stuff. You buying unnecessary things that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you want to buy people's love and stuff like that. And I don't think that's the right type of combination that you want. So, I mean, if you like, but it got its pros with it too. Just like the being famous got its pros with it. You can get yourself in the door when you famous. That's that. The pros and the cons between being famous and rich. And I'm just gonna, stick with, going on that factor of being like, hey, I got this open, door for you. You know what I'm saying? Because of, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is your friend. You know what I'm saying? Just because you famous enough to know him, you got in the door. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, being rich, you can get yourself in the door too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, they ain't got to know who you are. You just come with that money. And they just be like, okay, I'm open that door for you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So,
it got, like I said, it got its pros and cons. But me, if I had to choose one or the other, I choose, being rich. Because I just want to just go in the store, buy what I want, get the fuck on.
Yeah.
Type shit. But if that was, my choices, you know what I'm saying, I choose to be rich instead of being famous.
For sure. I mean, but that famous, that face become a credit card now, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, exactly. Like I said,
because you showed your face up
exactly,
in here,
yeah.
You ain't got to spend a quota.
Exactly, yeah.
But like you said, when you want to be private, it ain't no private time. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of rich people that get a little bit more than they fair share of private time. It's kind of why I said being a loner, because it get lonely. You know what I mean? When you able to sit in the crib, you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I want to sit up in here today. I ain't got to go out there to make no money. You mess around and you lean that way more than you do.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you famous and you can go out there and you can get whatever you want, just long as you smile right. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Since I just had a little bit of fun with you. With the rich or famous, could you tell me, if throughout your life, and you don't mind sharing with not just me, with everybody listening, is there a death or a mishap that impacted your life that you would like to speak to, as far as a character builder?
I mean, I won't say a death for say, but I would say it's been like incidents in my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of scares, you can say. Like losing your parents, losing, just or almost losing, friends and other family members and stuff like that. Siblings, stuff like that. So yeah, I think all them type of incidents kind of helped me through life, and got me to this point of thinking, and what I'm saying, and how I move and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going with that. Like trying to not try not to make a life incident affect what I got to do. So I'm saying, so yeah, like I won't say a death per se. I just say like a scare. You know what I'm saying? Because right now in my life, right now, I haven't like experienced no hard death or somebody that was close to me yet. You know what I'm saying? I had deaths in my family, yeah, but I'm talking about like something like hard, like yeah, something like that. Like I won't say a death per se. I just say incidents, scares, stuff like that.
Okay, what about maybe a celebrity?
I mean, yeah, I had a lot of celebrity deaths that I kind of took to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and everybody that was on that helicopter that day. Mm-hmm. That was one of them. Well, that was probably that was probably one of the worst days that I can remember as just a fan, and somebody like that. Like I think that hit hard, and just growing up knowing about death, you know what I'm saying, like Tupac and stuff like that, Biggie, I was born out, but I didn't have the knowledge of they died until somebody told me. Mm-hmm. So that hit hard too. Once I found out when I was a kid, like Tupac dead, how did he die? And me really trying to dig into his life and Biggie's life, and who he was rapping against, and why he was saying this and that. So yeah, it's been a little here and there, little celebrity deaths like Paul Walker, celebrity deaths that kind of hit me, and I was like, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but never something that's kind of like hit me hard where I couldn't keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. Like I really don't have like a death per se to I just had like incidents, times like that.
So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Cause mine was Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I thought that man was gonna be a robot. The RoboCop effect. Thought that Michael Jackson was gonna do that RoboCop, man. You know what I'm saying? We was gonna end up seeing him like the Moonwalker. All of a sudden, he looked like the real life Transformer and shit. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, he looked like a Ferrari. Like, oh shit, nigga, why you This is it. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Getting it straight together, bro. For real. Yo. Okay. We done touched on a lot of little bases and stuff, you know what I mean? And I appreciate you, sharing, man. I really do. This is really exciting me right now, man. So I can't say that we have not touched on this base at all, and I don't even think you said anything towards it neither. If you don't mind sharing, are you religious at all?
Yes, but I'm not the traditional Christian, if you can say. Like, I'm not that, but I do believe in God, and I do think that it is a God, and that's where I'm at with that. So
okay, is there any or what was the Bible teaching in the house, if you don't mind sharing that, as a kid? Like what was the introducing to God methods? Was it like I said, like I'm trying to say, Baptist, or Christian or Mormon or something like that.
Yeah, like basically Baptist, you know, that I can, as far as I can remember. And then after a while, when I was about like 6 years old, I think my mom, she transitioned into being a Jehovah's Witness. And like me personally, I didn't like practice it. I didn't like, you know, want to, you know, and probably like interact with that. I did like when I got older, I did my research and stuff like that. I wanted to know, you know, my bad, excuse me. I wanted to know why, and like why is this happening, and why, you know, why y'all think like that and stuff like that. Just try to navigate, you know, the truth and stuff like that. And once I found that out, once I, you know, realized like, okay, this is not my type of scene, this is not me, then I had, you know, drifted off and did my own thing. And like I said, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus, you know, sacrificed his life for us and for our sins. And after that, I just think, you know, if you on the right path of believing, you know, a God or something like that, then you on the righteous path of what you're doing. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you thinking like that, if you thinking good, then you more, you know, along with God. If you thinking bad, you with the devil. So that just makes sense with it. So
awesome, man, awesome. You know, because ain't nothing like the blood of Jesus.
Oh yeah, for sure. Amen to that.
Hey, for real. Ain't nothing like it, man. So, okay. Religion. Got some influences. We done talked a little bit about your neighborhood, your upbringing a little bit. You know, music influences around Battle Creek. We touched on that. But we did not touch on the black businesses in Battle Creek. Could you please, you know, shout out those black businesses, to put them on the map, and tell us what's your favorite dish, if any, from those black businesses, if they're restaurants, or if you have had any of their services rendered.
Okay. I mean, I don't know exactly all their names. I just know the area, and when I go there, you know, I just have fun. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think Serious Dogs. I think that's owned by black owned. I believe. I think I seen the owner once time. I believe. Let me see. Mr. Figs. Yes. That. Yeah.
Figs.
Yes. The grandfather of, you know, black businesses in Battle Creek. He's my number one choice. If I can say that too. You know, Mookie's. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the name of it, I believe. If I got it wrong, sorry. But yeah, I think he got, you know, some good pizza that I came and got one time, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mookie's. Shout out to again Serious Dogs, and shout out to Mr. Figs. That's real.
For sure, I definitely had one of them fig burgers, boy.
Oh yeah,
that boy slapping, slapping. Ooh, buddy.
Man.
You know, and I'm from a big city, you know, Detroit or whatever. Yeah. So you know, ours is Coney Island, and it ain't nothing like a Coney Island burger, brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's from any of them hood Coney Islands. I don't know about nobody else, you know what I'm saying, but I like my burgers sloppy, you know what I'm saying. I like that chili. It look like it got a little bit of grease in it, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to the coney, you know.
Yep.
And that stuff downtown, you know, it's a little bit too white collar for me, you know what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah.
You know. So, and that's all I got to say about that. You know, so shout out to the black businesses of Battle Creek. Like I said, I did have one of those fig burgers. I have had one of those fig burgers. I'm going to sit inside Serious Dogs.
Oh yeah.
And see what that's all about.
Okay, for sure.
And
Hey, you tried
what was the other one?
Mookie's. You tried
Mookie's? I ain't tried Mookie's yet.
Yeah.
We going for it though.
Okay, yeah.
So
cool,
thank
cool.
you for those suggestions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely hollering at that. And also, Real Music Records.
Thank you.
Black owned business. Thank y'all for y'all contribution to the community.
Thank you.
And y'all always being available. And thank you for, you know, bringing me on as a, you know, companion or, you know, business mate or however I am explained. Thank you. And I really do deeply appreciate the both of you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Is there a thin line between love and hate?
Yeah, yes and no. You know, it got, like I said, sometimes it got pros and cons, you know, between love and hate, you know what I'm saying? People could just hate you for the little smallest things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take a little bit of energy for someone to hate you. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a whole lot of energy for someone to love you though. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a like I said, it's a thin line between all that. You know, people, they can be, you know, cutthroat. They can, you know, stab you in the back type shit. You know, all different types of envy type shit and hate, and you know, but the way they show that love is you know, different. You know what I'm saying? Without saying anything, that, you know, that person, you know, you would just know that person, you know, fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I ain't gotta say nothing. I know that he gonna have my back or she gonna have my back. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I'm saying, it has its pros and cons, and you know, I don't, you know, it really is, you know, it's either, you know, either or question. Like, you know, you gonna either, you know, show love or you gonna show hate. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real easy to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Somebody will look at you, man, one day, and you mess around, and I guess, you know, you go do something, and, you know, the person just don't like you no more. You know what I mean? No matter what it is that you do. You know what I mean? No matter how much respect you show a person sometimes.
Exactly.
No matter what. You know, I've personally went through these things, you know what I mean, on and off in my life as well. So I understand, man.
Exactly.
You know, I'm a little bit too old to be going back and forth with people. You
exactly.
know? I ain't got time for it, man. You
exactly.
know? So, what about, have you ever been portrayed, you know, by love or, you know, by a friend, you know, anything, a lover, friend, what, you know, have you ever been portrayed, period?
Yeah, I've been, you know, betrayed before, a lot of times, actually, you know. I can't even count on the fingers that I got on my hand. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Yes, sir.
I can't, you know what I'm saying, gravitate to just one moment in my life that I've been, you know what I'm saying, betrayed by someone or disappointed or disrespected, or, you know, you feel like I got used or something like that. It's like, it happens a lot of times, and I'm not gonna bust nobody's bubble and say, blah blah blah, did this to me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. I'm just, I just know that the people know who they are, and they know why I'm not talking to them, and they know, that's the reason, stuff like that. So I don't got to, elaborate on any more of that. I don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, I don't want to start mixing up feelings and
exactly,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You get to going ham, like, you know what?
Like I say, like, what they say, you get too close,
Say I say the right word. You know what? Yeah, I remember that one time, dog.
Exactly, yeah. And they start bringing up all different types of stuff that you don't even remember. It's like, huh? Like,
say, yeah, we got to start doing the drink champ.
Oh, man, yeah.
Give you a couple shots and shit to see what you got to say after them shots. Yeah, buddy.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, I ain't know you felt like that, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
I ain't know you felt like that.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Again, to close this out, I have just a couple of random questions I would like to, elaborate or get just the answer of, of all my guests that's going to end up on the show. It's my little playtime, you know what I mean? Everything was just serious and all of that. So now it's my turn to kind of poke the bear a little bit for the next, 10 minutes, or probably less. Let me see. Well, right here. Real quick. All right. Favorite comedian?
Cat Williams.
Okay. Favorite rapper?
Tupac.
Favorite food?
Macaroni and cheese.
Why?
My mama make it the best.
Ooh, Lord. No, my grandma make it the best. What you talking about?
No, that's my mom.
No, man.
We can go all day with this.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Favorite restaurant?
Nina's.
Favorite car?
Nissan Skyline.
Favorite color?
I got too many favorite colors, but black, purple, yellow for the Lakers, red, and white, I can say.
Okay, I just heard it, but favorite NBA team?
Lakers.
Okay.
Los Angeles Lakers, exactly. My bad.
Okay, right here, right now, if you was all by yourself in a room and you could pick one song to turn on, no matter the mood. I'm talking about all by yourself, man. So dig deep and don't lie to me now. Don't lie to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't you? Hey, man, look. If you be singing out here, man, just go ahead and tell us. Just go ahead and tell us. Favorite song turn on, man?
Shout out to CM Punk, the Code of Personality. Yes, I love that song. I do.
Oh yeah.
Shout out
to him. He actually told the truth.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now. All right. What's something in the news right now that you would like to just chime in on real quick?
No Diddy. Don't cut this out, Buddha. Please don't. Yeah, but no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
Oh, that was funny right there, baby. Yes, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And just to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, from what I've been hearing out here, y'all are on all Diddy.
Oh yeah, all Diddy. Yeah, don't forget about the all Diddy.
Boy, what y'all out here doing is all Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't know what.
I mean, that's what nothing but the news is saying. Is all Diddy.
You know what I'm saying? And you heard it here first on the Note Pod.
Exactly.
You niggas is all Diddy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? All right. And now, last but not least, all right. Do you have a love interest? Do you have, a lady by your side that you would like to shout out? And yeah.
My love interest, yes. Shout out to my girlfriend, Sarah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's that. She's that what you just said, someone that I look at, as a love interest, somebody that I know that got my back for the most part. So, thank you, and I love you for that, What else? And like I said, can I add anybody else? Like as far as
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
And it's not a love interest. It's just
okay. Okay.
Somebody that I put on that pedestal. My mom. And somebody that always keep things in order and stuff like that. So yeah, I take that. Yeah. I take that too. I say that
for sure.
Too. I say that too.
For sure. Hey man, just to piggyback on that, just to throw in something about myself, man. The way that you said that, man, is correct. I think to every man, his mom is a love interest. No matter what, man, if we looking for her looks, we looking for her attitude, her demeanor, maybe, some of the words that she says, something in there always, when it comes down to your lady, it resembles your mom. Mm-hmm. No matter what it is, you might not have figured it out yet, but mm-hmm. you will. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because they're going to be in the same room together eventually.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
they're going to talk about
you know what I'm saying?
So,
and they're going to say probably the same thing. You know what I mean? That might be what it is that they feel the same way about you, or it's something, man.
It's something, yeah. Yeah, they both got in common that they love about me, so, yeah, so
for sure. And I would like to shout out my wife as well.
For sure.
Sherry, you know what I'm saying? I love you dearly.
For sure.
And to my mom as well.
For sure.
Kathy.
Yep. For sure.
I shouldn't have said that. Mom. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get slept.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She'll pull up on her brother real fast. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But it's only entertainment. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for giving me your time. Thank y'all for inviting me to even do this. Hopefully we have other interviews and other successful interviews at that.
Exactly.
One time for the sponsors of the Note Pod.
Exactly.
Compton Media Group.
Exactly.
Real Music Records.
Exactly.
Thank you for inviting me. And that's it. It's a wrap.